back, everyone. In this part, we're just going to do a bunch of treasure rows.
Hey ho!
Now, treasure rows are just small challenges that you can do that either challenge Kirby on his base abilities or hand you a copy ability to do some help with that.
Yeah, so they're challenge rooms for your copy abilities and also your mouthful modes.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes. Yeah. And once you finish them, you get special electron again, which is called Redstone, which will go over in other
We'll go over them shortly-ish.
you also get some star coins if you finish it fast enough. The star coins are kind of negligible as you get enough first time playing on that.
That's true enough. Still, I did all of the time requirements when I played this game. Some of them are really hard.
Yeah, and if there's one thing that I know about these treasure rows is that the extra time incentive is not go towards 100% at all, and only the completion of the treasure row is.
Indeed. So yeah, that's just if you want to prove anything to yourself, really.
Yeah, or if you're short on cash. Managed to get that one with the
So yeah, be aware that the ranger's ability shots can't go through walls of any kind, I do believe.
Yeah, you can only really aim it once you start.
Yeah, that's the thing. So you can obviously do your regular taps, but you don't get to aim those or anything. They just fire in the direction you're facing. There might be some level of like auto lock on. Sometimes abilities have that in games. When it's 3D especially, but yeah. You can also do like a single shots in the air. But if you hold the button down, you can't charge in the air. You do your up close sort of shotgun blast, which does a bunch of projectiles, as I said before, sort of up close. It's your main. If you ever needs anything sort of an up close attack for Ranger, that's what you do.
Right. Yeah, Ranger is specifically long range.
Here we have ice. So these rare stones, they'll go towards something after the boss of this world has been defeated, and we return to Waddle Dee Town.
Yeah.
But here, see something else that the treasure roads show you additional abilities of your attack copy abilities. For instance, here.
Yeah, this is also the moment where I kind of oh yeah, this
yeah, your ice storm. This is where you generate a field around you, and you can it lets you slide down as well. It's affected by slopes. You'll destroy fiery things, and yeah, freeze things along the way.
Yeah, I always like these conditions where you just roll by and fast. This is one of my favorites.
You'll see that it also leaves a bunch of icicles on the ground behind you when you do the ice storm ability. So last part, that's why I stopped myself by saying the ice breath does something similar to fire. But yeah, those icicles it leaves behind, you can actually then turn around and freeze them, and it will make the icicles bigger. And then you can hit those icicles as if it was were a frozen enemy, essentially.
That is something.
Yeah, there are other things related to ice that makes that more apparent as we go on. But yeah, and here's one of the mouthful mode roads. Yeah, so yeah, I think it's
a lot of these mouthful mode missions go really fast.
I like these missions. They're a good incentive to show you like the ropes of what an ability can really do. They're a fun little challenge in that regard, and also it's something that Kirby hasn't really had anything like before, except maybe the copy ability missions in Return to Dreamland. So it's an additional little gameplay
that
thing.
Might be
Yeah.
That might be the predecessor for this. Because isn't like Robot have something?
Nope.
What about Star Allies?
Nothing of the sort. I mean, Star Allies has an additional mode where you play as like the helpers, which is like an entire run through of the game with a specific copy ability locked in, but that's not really the same as this. These are, and unlike the ones in the copy ability missions in Return to Dreamland, these ones are much more baked into the game. I think they're much like those were a side thing in Return to Dreamland. Here they're more important for certain mechanics in the game. So yeah, and here we have bombs. So we used this at near the very beginning of the game, but I didn't exactly explain it then. But bombs, one of your other main projectile abilities. It's with bomb you can press the B button to throw a bunch of bombs out at enemies in an arc, and these bombs will only explode if they hit each other or other enemies or objects of the sort. You can also throw them along the ground, so if you move and press the attack button, you'll roll the bomb along the ground at a faster speed. And you can also choose to aim your bombs, so if you hold the B button, then you'll get a little cursor to show where you can throw your bombs. So yeah, pretty simple all things considered, but you can bombs on the floor. They'll roll on slopes. You can kick them, well, move them around a bit while they're on the floor to hopefully perhaps hit something. They've got a nice area effect to them as well, and yeah, that's bomb.
The thing is, though, I think bomb might be the weakest combo in this game.
I think so too. Especially, well, they're certainly the most difficult to get their damage from, as we'll see the circumstances of later on. But
yeah, I think most players they just
they're fun on regular.
They just throw the bomb on the floor and that's cool.
Yeah, the arc bomb can be useful to get across like things or circumvent like the slopes and such. But yeah.
Bomb is pretty,
very fun on groups of enemies, but they can be the damage can be a bit weak compared to other abilities against bosses especially. But even then, there are some ways of circumventing that. But yeah,
bomb is methodical in this game because I think you use the true rate of the stamina.
I mean, you can still technically do that in this game. You have a limit of 6 on the screen at a time, but I think the thing is, in the other games, you had some additional abilities. You could just set a bomb down on the floor, and you could also, if you're up close to an enemy, place a bomb on the head. But you don't get anything like that in this game.
It's either you stand still and throw them, aim and throw them.
They also exploded whenever they hit the ground as well. If they weren't rolled, that is. So where here they explode if they hit something important.
Yeah.
But yeah, there we had the cutter treasure roads showing the ability to pick up items, including somewhat important items like those little key bits there. And yeah, I really like this sort of a world map area because you can find hidden treasure roads and such by going around, like we just did here with the vending machine treasure road.
Oh yeah. Some of the time, I think Natural Plains is the only one that has a single treasure road that is that is good.
I think there was another one
in
another part that we saw that you unlocked 2 because that were hidden at the very least.
I know that every level you finish, you unlock 2 treasure roads, and then there are like some that are hidden in the world map themselves. I think Natural Plains is the only one that has one.
One hidden one. No, there's at least 2 because in a previous part we saw I saw it. You unlocked one.
Then I must be blind.
So it's okie dokie. The vending machine is pretty fun
Yeah.
because most of the time you get just an insane amount of projectiles to just spam, and also those soda cans you shoot, if they don't hit anything, they become healing items for you too. It's a pretty hilarious mouthful mode.
if you spit out the vending machine, uh, if you still have the vending machine, then it'll just go back to the normal.
Oh, okay, okay. It does heal you
Yeah.
though as well. It's an healing item. It's hilarious. I love it. Most of
Well-
the time you pick up a vending machine, you also got way more ammo than you need. There's only one instance in the entire game I can think of where the actual ammo counter of the vending machine is something you have to think about.
Isn't there like another video?
No, is much later on in the game. There's a level with a vending machine with three cans, and there's a puzzle around it. But we'll see that a lot later.
Well, now I'm just sort of looking around and seeing what to do. But,
make sure there's no extra like treasure roads or coins. Yeah, there's.
And here's something I'm doing right now, just to check. Is that you can actually look up the list of treasure roads, and if you've unlocked one and haven't done it, then it'll show up on that list. So I will be checking the list a few times just to make sure that I got it.
Yeah, despite what we said about the missions being hidden on the first playthrough of a level earlier, this game does have quite a lot of convenience features, which are very nice, I think.
Yes. Yes, it does.
There's one at the very end of the game in particular that's, I think, very, very helpful and I'm thankful exists, but we won't get there till much later.
Well, I'll probably see it until then. I don't know.
Yeah, here we are in the first boss level.
Yes, and I'll be eating this monkey's bananas.
All those delicious bananas, all for Kirby. All the potassium. Potassium? I'm being stupid. I can't fucking remember. Oh, pardon my language. I can't remember.
He's
Yeah.
another call. He's the member of the call and found himself in the
Yeah. But yeah. Ooh, what's that big mountain of hair over there? Oh, it's moving.
This is like, although it's been a tradition for years, the first boss of Forgotten Lands is not a tree. It's a monkey.
Gorimondo,
the strong-armed
and it's
beast.
wearing a necklace of waddle dees. Yeah, so this is our first boss, also a boss from the demo. So a bunch of people have a lot of experience. Yeah.
One thing to watch out is big. If you're far enough away from them, he'll spike you with his giant arms. But if you're really up close to him, he'll just stomp the ground and that'll cause a shockwave.
Yeah, he can do. He can do a grab attack, which can be a bit hard to dodge as well. Where if you're just the wrong distance away.
Yeah, that's something.
Even the bosses have their fun little missions. Although I think there is a consistency with the bosses where they at least two of the missions are one is a time trial. I think one. I might be misremembering that, but one of them is definitely to do the boss without getting hit.
Yes, each of the bosses share 2 missions, and then another mission is just a specific thing you can do with your talk ability. In this case, it is you are defeating this. You have to defeat Gorimondo with the sword ability. And then there's you slip between his legs. That was another one. But yeah, every single boss has 2 missions where you have to finish you have to defeat the boss in a certain amount of time, and you have to do it without hitting him.
Yep. There we go. Clear within 2 minutes. That was right. Hey.
Which goes back to the ice ability being able to literal darkness, because that is a safety net. If you're having trouble with the bosses, you can just go in with this ability and just negate all damage completely.
But that was the brawl in the mall. Who was that giant monkey?
We will find out later. But first, we have to go back to the town and do business.
Yeah, so this is Waddle Dee Town. We've not been back here much lately, but yeah, this is your sort of hub world. Well, your hub? No, that would be the world map, wouldn't? No, I'm being stupid.
Well,
yeah, this is your hub world in a sense.
It's a location where you frequent.
Yeah, this is like your main hub. You've got the world map where you go to levels, and this is like the place where all your other stuff is available.
Yep, the cinema allows you to watch previous cutscenes. There's the gacha machine, which gives you your figures. And the one thing that was shown off in the trailers, the workshop.
Hey! And Elephant takes a interest in it as well. You can talk to a bunch of Waddle Dees around town, as well as your other NPCs, including Elfin here.
There are specific qualities you can talk to, but
the specific ones,
the ones walking around, you can't really do anything.
There's Bandana D in town here as well.
Yes, that is.
I'll explain him in a bit. But first, we've got this going on, the weapons shop.
Yep. Basically, here you can upgrade all the combat abilities to make them more powerful and have different effects. And
yes, evolve them.
And you get those by collecting blueprints, which are scattered in specific levels. Not all of them will have a blueprint, but when you find them, you'll be able to upgrade them with rare stones. And in this case, since we just started out, I think we're given some money and some rare stones already. For us to
you're given at least two blueprints to upgrade certain abilities off the bat.
And I think it's always Cutter and Fire.
Yeah, it's always the same ones. I'm thinking for a second. There might actually be, despite what you said, there actually might be a blueprint in every level up to the last one from here on out.
I'm not too sure on that.
I can't quite remember myself, but it might be true. We'll see. But first, let's explain this. We've got the Chakram Cutter. Lets you fire two cutter chakrams at once, or boomerangs. They'll both come back to you in sort of an arc instead of straight back, but you can throw both of them out and you can charge them both at once too.
Yeah.
They're slightly weaker, but yeah. You can throw two in different directions. It's nice. And the volcano fire is pretty much identical to fire, except instead of a stream of fire, you have these powerful lava rocks that you're shooting instead. So it's just mainly a damage up volcano fire.
Fire only gets only gets stronger as an ability, whereas Cutter just gets
I mean, maybe we can upgrade more than once, and Fire will have something interesting there to talk about. But yeah, for right now, Fire, he does get the projectiles instead of like a single stream though. And that's it for Volcano Fire. And yeah, so I never really used Chakram Cutter, because here's something: you can actually choose whether you want the evolved ability or the original ability if you go back to the blueprint shop. So maybe when you're out in the field and you pick up like Chakram Kirby, you think, maybe I don't like this so much. It's got the double, but it's weaker, you know. In that case, you can go back to the blueprint shop and make it so that you'll always pick up a regular cutter instead. So that's something to think about if there's ever any reason you think you don't want an evolved ability out.
Yeah.
Also, it lets you choose a copy ability to bring into a level from the beginning if you want. But here we see Ice Kirby freezing a boss.
I had to go back and defeat the boss again.
Yeah.
Which took me
it does a big chunk of damage after they unfreeze as well, so that's nice.
It took me a bit to it took a bit to actually fulfill that mission. I think this is the last time I did that.
Yeah.
This what you're seeing here is my final attempt, and
You'll just get star coins if you replay a level and that you've done before. So yeah.
And I kind of got fed up with the boss and just decided, screw it, ice all the way. I don't care if it takes too long.
Cheese strats, yeah. Yeah. The shatter from unblocking while in ice, like so you do your ice shield, and then if you unshield, that'll actually do a bit of damage in itself.
Yep.
So yeah.
It'll save you a few times.
But that's World 1. Done and dusted.
Oh yeah. And next part will is the Ever Bay Coast.
Every Bay Coast. Yeah, and the abandoned beach. Water. Ooh.
There's one thing I know.
See you next time.
There's one thing that I know. Is that life's a beach.
See you next time.
Yeah.